right, everyone. Welcome to the Two Chums podcast. I'm Brian A.
And I'm Mason.
And we're just gonna go over how the first episode went. How was your experience?
My first experience, it was interesting. It was actually the first podcast I've ever done. Um, it went pretty smooth. I was pretty shocked about it. What do you think?
I think it went really well. I mean, we've been talking about doing this for
Yeah,
quite some time, and
yeah,
finally took the shot.
yeah. So I guess so. Now we've been discussing some topics earlier. I was just talking about fear. Was something fairly recently at the gym. I just was talking about on how fear has pretty much been um, the main problem or stopper, killer of dreams and goals. Um, so pretty much like every single goal, what most people have, every single dream they want to achieve and that they didn't, it always leads up to fear. It's always, oh, there was someone that was better than me, that I thought that they were better than me, they could do it. Or I didn't have the skills. I didn't think I had the skills. Or I didn't feel like I had enough in me to do something like that. Or I didn't feel like I was as important to do something like that. And that literally drives is the main killer of drive for literally completing almost anything. So once I was saying, once you can manage fear, you could be the most dangerous person around. Like, fear is something you're always gonna have. I'm sure you know that from personal experience.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's not something that's going to go away, but it's the matter of fact of how do you control and how do you deal with the fear to have it, to have it set aside to let you accomplish different things. How do you react to the fear? That's what it's all about. Is how can you react to fear? So
I think the main thing is self-confidence. Building self-confidence. And I believe the best way to do that is to do things you love, things that make you happy, uplift you,
yeah,
like your hobbies.
yeah,
Like working out. We both like working out to an extent, more of an extent to you. But I've noticed when I decide to go for jogs and stuff, that boosts my self-confidence.
yeah, no, yeah, yeah, it definitely does. Very it's very mentally changing and physically is what I was saying. Like I
Serotonin.
yeah, dopamine, serotonin, norepinephrine, I mean, all kind of stuff. And not only do you have more confidence in how you look, but it literally sets you to have a better disciplined mindset, a better motivational mindset. And I feel like the brain learns that if you could do all of this working out, then you could do stuff with the rest of your life, like hobbies, activities, career, etc.
Yeah.
And yeah, and it's not about arrogance or confidence or yeah, because a lot of people mistake. We were talking about the difference between arrogance and confidence. Most people think that people who work out a lot and are confident have a lot of arrogance, but that's not true at all because there's a huge difference. It's the ones who think that don't have the confidence enough to understand that confidence and arrogance can be misconstrued as the same thing, but they are two totally different things. Confidence is when you feel like you can achieve something, And you're not afraid to be proud of what you can do. You're not afraid to let other people see what you can do. You feel like you have the skill set and the ability to achieve higher goals because you have that confidence. That's not arrogance. That's confidence. Arrogance is when you put people down because they don't necessarily have the same mindset as what you have, or they don't have the same goals as what you're trying to achieve, so you think less of them. But being proud of yourself, like I post stuff online, I have a workout account on YouTube. That's not arrogance. That's confidence in the skills of what I do.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people get that misconstrued. So
And it also probably makes you happy. But anything that makes you happy boosts your confidence.
yeah, for sure, definitely. I mean, you can make anything, like I was saying in the last podcast, as a career. I mean, it's just amazing to me. But one thing I did want to touch up on is that, Brian, you were just asking me earlier about fear. You were saying, well, if fear stops you with all of this stuff, how the heck do you change it? Like, how do you change to not be afraid of fear? So first thing would be to learn how fear affects the brain and the body. Think of it like completing a level in a video game. So if you keep losing because you don't know exactly how you're dying, what if you figure out the only way to win is by figuring out, okay, well, this is what's going to happen. Someone's going to try to, like you're playing a video game, whatever. Someone's going to try and kill me. If you know how they're going to try and do it, you can prevent that, or you can go along with it. If you know how fear, what you're afraid of and what's going to happen when you're doing something you're afraid of.
And you find the steps it takes to
Exactly, yeah.
take it
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, yeah. You literally realize, okay, well, this is how I handle it. This is what's going to happen. So this is what I need to do to ride with it, because it's always going to be there. So you either ride with fear or you let fear dictate everything you do in life. And, it's unfortunate for me, but I ended up breaking up with my girlfriend a while back, which wasn't really, it was a tough decision I made, and I had a lot of fear, but I still don't know if I made the right decision or not. But it was just, I mean, fear will literally control your life, and
If you let it.
yeah, if you let it, and it was very, that was a very tough thing for me. But
I mean, if you don't do anything, then you won't do anything.
yeah, I mean, that's basically, fear will control.
Miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah, and that's a very underrated statement, what a lot of people say, but people don't understand that. Like, also, life is what you make it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people say it, but it's very, very underrated, because life is literally what you make it.
No, Shaq, there was a quote I saw maybe 10 years ago, or even further. He was like, I shot 20% from the free throw line or something like that, but I kept shooting them anyway.
Yeah.
I kept going to the free throw line.
Yeah, good old Shaq.
Get a good Shaq-a-roni pizza after this.
Yeah, man, can't pass up those Shaq-a-ronis. That's an interesting one.
The stuffed crust.
Yeah, you like the stuffed crust? I enjoy the stuffed crust. Stuffed crust is one of my favorites.
That boosts some
Uh,
confidence right there.
yeah, I guess in a way it does. Um,
Moral of the story: eat as much as you can.
yeah, eat as much as you can, also for the gains.
Exactly. Gotta
Um,
bulk up.
yeah. So, um, another thing I'd like to discuss is that I found it interesting. It's ironic because, of all these cameras we have now recording us, but cameras are literally everywhere. Like, privacy today has completely diminished for the most part. I mean, other than, if you want to get specific with Tor browser or, going on the deep web, etc. But we're not going to discuss that today. But privacy pretty much is diminished. Um, it was crazy. I was just telling Brian earlier, like the stuff what you can do in the late 90s or 80s or 50s, whatever, you can never get away with half the stuff you were able to do then compared to today because there's so much. I mean, they got ring cameras, they got everyone's, even if like you do something stupid, someone's pulling out a phone, they're going to record and post it online. Like it, it just never goes away. Um, it's it's crazy to me because be, even though this is widely adopted now, cameras and recording, etc., there's still people who had this mindset where they think that they're going to get rid of cameras and stuff, people recording. It's not going to happen. Like at the gym I go to, I'm not going to say exactly where, but
or any name.
yeah, or any names, but they're trying
Unless you want to
to.
stir the pot.
I ended up having a tripod, and one of the managers or employees came up to me, and they had this rule. I don't know if it's their fault or not, but they do have a rule to where you're not supposed to record inside the gym. Okay, well that's understandable. But it's also understandable that people today, as much as we climb into the future, so are cameras, so are recording, so is, pictures and videos. That's all going to be applied into the future as we progress. So threatening to cancel people's memberships for recording is in my personal opinion, is a horrible idea, and it's very ignorant
Especially
to
with how
me.
much you're paying for it.
Yeah. And like there's so many people every year I see more and more people doing vlogs or taking pictures at the gym. And I don't see that lasting. I fully believe that that's not going to last too long because it's going to outride the rules at some point. There's going to be way too much discrepancies and issues with members to where it's literally going to be impossible to try and. I mean, they're just going to lose more money than what they can gain by doing stupid stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which I can understand. There's some people that don't want to be recorded, but I don't always want to be recorded, but it's unpreventable. I mean, it's something we have to accept in life. There's no getting around it. So I think a lot of these people are still trying to adjust to that. But yeah.
Do you think it has anything to do with their self-confidence in any way?
Their what? Their
Their
self-confidence?
self-confidence. They don't feel comfortable being.
I feel like it definitely could. Yeah. I think it's also, it could be that, but it could also be because, like, my parents, they're not they're not used to having video cameras and stuff around. Like, if someone's going to the gym that's 40 or 50 years old, they never grew up with that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They which is understandable. I mean, it's kind of foreign to them. But again, things that are foreign to me, I'm going to have to progress and adapt into it. Even though it's uncomfortable, there's no getting around it.
Right.
Like the Michelangelo painting in Europe, you're not allowed to take pictures of it. You type in that chapel online, look it up, there's going to be nothing but pictures all over the internet of it. Why?
Yeah.
Because it's literally unpreventable today. There is nothing where you could never, especially something like an artifact or a painting like that,
Mm-hmm.
to where you think you're never going to get pictures sent out. It's impossible. I mean,
It is history.
you,
You gotta have
yeah,
something to learn
yeah.
history,
I mean, it's for like a
which is
legal,
important in school.
yeah, very, very important, as long as it doesn't get misconstrued.
Yeah.
But for legal purposes, I'm assuming it's, for the taking pictures. But someone can walk in with meta glasses if they want to. I can go to a gym with meta glasses if I need to and still record and take pictures. It's
Exactly.
literally unpreventable.
That brings up privacy even
Yeah,
more.
it's not gonna.
There's no way of knowing when cameras will be around.
Exactly. It's
Thank you, Mark
literally
Zuckerberg.
unpreventable. Thanks to Mark Zuckerberg. Shame on you, Mark Zuckerberg. Well, yeah.
Give Social Network 5 stars.
5 stars, yeah. Have you heard anything about these meta glasses or no? I didn't really hear.
Just a little. I don't really know much, actually. I just know they're built in.
They have the Gen 2 now. I mean, that's the most I know. But how about those Meta Quest 3s, those VR headset? I know you tried that on.
Oh, that when I became Batman?
Yeah.
That was something.
What you thought about it? Like, my friend was telling me a while back, if you went 10 years ago, and he said, you told me I'd be putting these things on, walking around like I'm in the video game, I'd say you're crazy. So what do you think? How does this compare to when me and you used to play, Xbox or PC, whatever stuff?
Yeah, I thought it was innovative when we had Xbox 360 Connect.
Yeah, no, it was amazing at the time. I mean, it was, because like this, we literally were the first generation of the first era of the like internet expanding out. Like, think about it. I mean, we're pretty much considered the first generation of internet, social media and stuff. Obviously, they had video games.
iGen.
iGen, yeah. But yeah, I mean, what do you think, like, how much different, I mean, do you think this will be better or worse for, like, kids having these things? Because I know a bunch of kids have been buying the MetaQuest or VR headsets in general. Like, especially from video games, going into a video game compared to Xbox or PC, whatever.
I say in moderation.
Moderation, yeah. Do you think they're gonna work like the back of their neck muscles because they're gonna have like such a heavy weight going over at some point?
Yeah.
Feels like it. If I'm wearing them for too long, I have some. I got the MetaQuest, but
You get a whole exoskeleton down your spine.
Yeah. If I'm putting them on for a long time, I just feel like my body has not adjusted to that yet.
No.
I'm sure a lot of people today, they probably have. The Apple ones are very costly, but I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah.
Because it's not that much different from the MetaQuest 3s. The Apple VR headset, the M2 or M3 Vision. think M2 Visions or something it's called. They're like $3,000, 3,200.
Hmm.
And yeah, the camera is better, much better, but that's about it. I mean, you could, connect it with the phone and stuff. You could probably go through apps or talk on FaceTime, whatever. It's more of like a productivity. MetaQuest is more like they have much more gaming platform and developed software on it compared to the M2 Visions. And for a price like 3,200, when you can get the MetaQuest for a quarter of that, I don't know if that's worth it just yet. I don't know.
I'm gonna take a look at these M2.
M2 Vision. I'm pretty sure they're about 3,200. I don't know how much a MetaQuest 3s cost right now. But it looks pretty cool. I mean, yeah, the camera's nice and all
I get a
on it.
car. When I look at images, I get a car.
A car. M2 Vision Apple VR.
Pro. You gotta remember to put Pro.
I don't even know what kind of car came up. I couldn't even see it. Yeah.
M2 Pro.
M2 Pro.
M2 Vision Pro.
Yeah.
That's what's built into it.
Yeah. It's literally two CPUs. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure that thing gets pretty hot. Just from all that stuff, the chips and all. But
how do you think that would affect the brain? That's a real question.
I feel like the brain at some point is going to have a very hard time comprehending, as much as we progress, to what the hell is real and what is not at some point. I mean, it is getting so realistic. I mean, like, especially for a child, I'm thinking in 30 years from now. I mean, look how much in 30 years we've escalated to from technology. It is scary how fast we jumped. Imagine 30 years from now, a child, I don't even know what it would be, but like how confusing that must be. I mean, they have clones of videos, people cloning voices and stuff online with AI already. No one's gonna know what the heck's real and what the heck's not. I mean, and like 30 years from now, I'm sure we'll figure something out, but like it's gonna be unbelievably. I mean, so my history teacher told me in high school. He said, he was a very wise guy, by the way. He said, for the rest of our lives, after I graduated, he told me we're gonna be walking through waist-high BS for the rest of our life. And it has just piled up more and more, the stuff I see online. Like I was just saying, it's so hard to tell now what's fake and what's not. I mean, I'm afraid to see in 30 years of how that's even gonna be.
And Spider-Man Far From Home, Mysterio's dying words is people believe anything nowadays.
Yeah, that's what makes it scary too, is people do believe a lot of the stuff. And they think that it's like normal or just turns to water to them. Violence, crime, it becomes nothing.
Just like reading, like social media comments. As soon as they see one little comment, they're like, oh, that must be a fact. It immediately turns into a fact in their head.
Yeah.
Like, that's the idea.
It's also, yeah. Yeah. The human brain is very lazy when it comes to figuring out information. And if we feel like we have something right there, we'd rather just believe that piece right there instead of digging further. It's unfortunate, but it's getting worse and worse with a lot of people. With technology today, we've become so lazy to where we don't even have to. We don't even really have to look stuff up anymore. I mean, I'll type in something online. I'll have like a Google Assist AI or something comes
Mm-hmm.
up and like summarizes for me.
Yeah.
I use Chat GPT every day. I'm not exactly for AI, but at this point, I mean, you might as well go with it. Like I said,
Yeah.
even if you don't like it, like the cameras, you have to go with it, or you're just gonna miss out.
Did you get your caricature?
Did I get my character?
Caricature.
Yeah, I did.
You did?
Yeah.
What does it look like? Oh, I can't see it now. But do you think it was accurate? How accurate do you think it was? Is it scary? How accurate it was?
I, it did kind of fascinate me
Mm-hmm.
once I looked at it. Like I was pretty impressed. I mean, I've seen little AI edits before, but I've never really. This was the first one I've actually seen with me in it, like personally. So it was pretty cool, and it's funny because I knew the exact picture, what it was too, because of like even the hair and everything was like back when I had longer hair and stuff.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny, playing pool. I do remember that. But yeah, that was pretty cool.
I love playing pool.
Yeah, we've been getting into
That's
some.
why it's our logo.
Yeah, we've been going pretty strong with the pool. Actually, gonna play tonight. Um, with a few of our friends. So, been getting pretty good at it. I've also been wanting to do some blackjack.
Blackjack.
I feel like blackjack would be pretty cool, even if we played for pennies or something.
Yeah.
Like online and stuff. Casino, like little online casino. I don't know. I've just been doing that. I don't expect to gain anything, but
Yeah, blackjack's pretty
I
fun.
just have fun playing it. But yeah, pool. I mean, we've been doing pretty good shooting pool
Yeah.
and
It was,
stuff.
we went for my birthday. Happy birthday to me.
Yeah,
25.
big 25. They always say quarter century
Quarter
already.
of a century.
Quarter of a century. Yeah. Um,
1/4 times 100 equals 25.
that reminds me, like at the moment of Olive Garden, when you told the when you told the waitress, we were there one time, and he says she asks him how long to put the cheese on the salad for, and
Count
he
to
gives us
15.
some
Count to
kind of
20.
math problem. He
Count to
said
20.
wait 6 seconds and then count to 20 or something like that. I was thinking there's no way. She just kind of sprinkles it on there for a few seconds and just stops.
Because it's just awkward, waiting. I don't know. When do I tell her to stop?
You just never tell her when half the cheese rolls.
Okay. It's just easier, like, just straight up say, do it, count to 15. I don't care.
Just some math problems, yeah. Well, yeah, is there anything you'd like to touch up on?
I think we covered a lot.
Yeah.
More than I thought we would.
Yeah.
X amount of time. I wonder if we went over last time.
I don't know. That's a good question. Probably so. Yeah. I guess this is gonna be the finishing touch for this podcast. So.
Thank you for joining us at Two Chums Podcast.
And also make sure, I'm not gonna force anyone, but like and subscribe. At least give a like. I mean, a like really doesn't. I mean, you just touch a little thing. But feel free to subscribe if you want.
Official Two Chums Podcast on Instagram, and then just Two Chums Podcast on YouTube, which is where this will be.
All right.